Hi, this is Michelle, Mummy from the Heart, and if you've ended up watching this video, you're probably a mum, dad, granddad, I don't know, nanny, any kind of adult whose child has been bugging them to make slime. And you've been resisting and resisting because you think it's going to be expensive and messy and a nightmare. And I just thought I'd show you what you need for a basic kit, and that actually slime making can be really fun with your little one, and it doesn't have to be a nightmare. So of course the very first thing you're going to want is glue, and it needs to have PVA in it. So basic school glue, white PVA, just got a small one here. Because I bought it from a local shop, it probably cost me about £2. You can get it from places like Poundland, The Works, supermarkets for about £1 for a litre. I've started buying it off of the internet, TTS, it's like a school supplies, and I buy it by the 5 litre now, which makes it come out much cheaper. If you want to do clear slime, you can buy clear glues. This is probably the best clear glue I've found so far, but it wasn't cheap. I found it on Amazon, and I think maybe I paid £5.50 for that small one. Hobbycraft do a clear glue, 300 mils, that was about £2. But I'd say if you're first starting out, just go for your normal PVA white glue. You can get it really cheap, and there shouldn't be any issue. So you start off with your glue. What else do you need? You also need something to activate it, to make that glue into slime. My preferred thing to use is a contact lens solution. I've used this one absolutely loads. This is the Boots one. That's about £6.50 for 240 mils. Lasts me ages. The newest thing I've just started using is this Optrex eye wash. That's slightly bigger. I think that was 300 mils, and that was £5.50. But something like this, if your child's just making a small amount of slime, is going to last months. So, you don't have to worry it's going to be expensive all the time, but you probably want to keep an eye on the amount they're making. There's also one called Bosch and Lom, which is a saline solution, and that's even bigger. I think that's 500 mils, and again that was about £5.50, although it can be cheaper on Amazon, particularly if you've got Prime. What I would say is anything you're buying like this, make sure you look at the ingredients. You need for it to say boric acid or sodium borate in it for it to be able to work. So don't just buy the 99p saline thinking, yes, I've got a cheap one, because it's not going to work for you. To make your glue and your activator work together, you can either put in shaving foam, or I've used shaving gel, although I would definitely advocate foam over gel. Supermarket own, 50p, it's going to last you ages. This one I think I got on special for £1.29, but as I say, gel I wouldn't recommend. If you're not using shaving foam, which would make what we call a fluffy slime, you then need to use bicarbonate of soda. You may have it in the cupboard already from baking. You literally just need sort of a pinch, 1/4 of a teaspoon, or if you're going to be doing more of it, you can buy a great big one like I did off of online. My little girl also likes to make bath bombs, and we use it for that as well. So no real cost in there. So that is what you need. You need some white glue, you need your bicarbonate of soda, and you need something to activate it with. So if you were just buying those three, your kit would cost you probably £1, I think that's about 80p, and £5.50. So yes, starting off, what's that, £5.50, £6.50, about £7.30 it's going to cost you, but that's going to last a very long time. You may not want to use contact lens solution as your activator. That's absolutely fine. Different people do different things. In America, they tend to use something called Borax. That's not something that I've got hold of or that I use. There's lots of different things that you can use. And I'm just reaching into my cupboard now. Oh, where is it? There it is. Okay, that's one that a lot of people like. That is washing detergent from Lidl, and that works. I don't like it as much. I think it makes a stringier slime. I think it goes a bit sticky, but obviously that's only like £1. So if you don't want to pay your £5.50, that's a really good place to start. Other people use Airwick. It needs to be the 6-in-1 one as far as I'm aware. This was only £1, you can see. What I'd say is make sure you're doing it outside, because you've got to spray a lot of aerosol and you don't want your child breathing all that in. The other one, that I've just been trying is this Kershaw's laundry starch. You can get that on Amazon for about £3. I paid a little more in a local shop, and you literally just take a small amount, mix it with water until it's like sort of a milky cream, and then you can use that as your activator. So lots of different choices of activator there. Obviously you can choose to colour your slime if you wish to. Some people will just use paint, and that's fine. I've been using all sorts of different kinds of paints, just got a few there to show you. So classic, I mean this is Tesco's one, all the supermarkets do them, under £1, you only need a squirt, you've probably got it in the house anyway. Got this one from Hobbycraft the other day, £2.50. It's a really nice metallic, so that gives a good look in the slime. Acrylics give it really good colour. I think I pay about £1.20 each for these. Also bought this acrylic the other day for rose gold, because one of my little girl really likes rose gold. That was from Hobbycraft. I'm trying to remember what I paid for that. A couple of quid, I think. And then we had fun with this one the other day, another Hobbycraft one, glow in the dark paint, slightly more expensive at £3.50, but because of the you know, the different properties of what it does. If you don't want to use paint, you can use food colouring. I've actually got these gel ones, which are quite expensive. There's absolutely no need for you to use those. I do because my husband bakes cakes, so we've got them anyway. But you know, when you go in the supermarket and for 30p you can buy some food colouring, you could use those if you want to. Another thing we quite like to do is put some fragrance oil in so that we have smelly slimes. And I've got all sorts of different berry ones, and I picked these up for about £1 each as well. But you know, you don't have to use any of these things. These are just if you fancy. Of course, glitter is something that most little girls love. I buy mine in little packets like this. They end up costing me about 30p. It means I have to have something to store them in. But you know, you can get ones like this as well. You can see that was 99p for that, and that was in a local store. So go to a big one or a supermarket, you'll pay a lot less. Just make sure that you're not getting the glitter like this. Big glitter like this that's very coarse will make your slime feel different, whereas the super fine glitter will just give it the beautiful sparkle without you having to have the feel on your hands. You can use all sorts in slime. I've used sequins before. We've used this instant snow that you add water to. Gemstones to make like a crunchy fishbowl slime. Little kind of foam pellets, all different colours. You can get different sizes of these. All these kind of things I buy off of eBay and Amazon, and they literally just cost pennies. They're not costing me a lot of money. Butter slime, this one's actually Nutella slime. That one we used a kinetic sand that I bought cheap from the Entertainer. What else have I got over there? What they call floam. So you know the little tiny beads that you get in a bean bag or otherwise in something like a travel pillow? Go to Poundland, buy a travel pillow for £1. You have then got thousands of these beads, and they're really cool to add to it. And this kind of slime lasts a really long time. If your slime does start to get harder, the way you can fix it, baby lotion, baby oil. Love a bit of baby oil if I've got really sticky slime. A little bit on it, knead it in, it just takes it away. If it's lost its stretch, bit of baby lotion, hand lotion, body lotion, anything you want, but baby lotion's dead cheap. Massage it in, a little bit more, massage it in, and just see how it is until your slime is ready. Another really important thing you're going to need is some good boxes. Your slime has to be kept airtight. The more airtight you keep it, the longer it's going to last. These kind of takeaway boxes that you can buy in the supermarket, 5 for £1 or Poundland, are really good. I tend to go for actual food grade boxes because the more airtight they are, the longer it's going to last you. So we found those ones good. These have been fine. Got little ones there. Anything really that you just know is going to keep it really airtight. And also you saw I was using clover tubs. They work really well because obviously food's got to be kept airtight. And even like big ones where we've got stalk, we're keeping the old slime in there. And that's a fluffy slime that Miss M had made, quite a big one as you can see, and she's put loads of shaving foam in there because she really loves it to be super fluffy and soft. So if it is your first time, I hope by now you're feeling a little bit more confident that actually you'd be okay making some slime. Why don't I just show you how it goes, nice and easy. Literally takes seconds. So So PVA glue, just going to make a small batch straight into the bowl. If it ever comes out, there it comes. That's it. Like I say, we just do a tiny one. Bicarbonate of soda. Oops. And I might as well just take some of that. Yep. Give it a mix in. We go for a little bit of paint. I'm not going to need much because obviously I haven't got much glue there. So paint, bicarb and the white PVA glue at the moment. We've got a nice sort of green coming. Mix it. And then I need some activator. Okay, got the Optrex eye wash one here. Only going to need a tiny bit because obviously I've only got a small amount, so I've just put a bit in the cap and I will pop it in, give it a mix. Always better to go for less at first and then add a bit more. Okay, so I can see there's a bit of pulling together but not quite enough, so another couple of drops. When you start seeing it all coming off the sides, you know that you're onto a winner. Okay, you're getting the stringiness of it now. There we go. The more you need it, the more it will stay together. So don't be tempted to put too much activator on. Keep giving it a good mix. And if you don't mind it sticky, get in there with your hands and start mixing it that way. You see how it all just keeps pulling away from the sides now, the more I mix it. So, there we go. So we're still a little bit sticky. I'm not really into the sticky, which is why I'm not getting my hands into it too much. But if my girls were here, they would. Just go for that last tiny bit of activator. It should just be enough to... And there we have it. If you've been following me, you've made your first bit of slime. I'm sure your kids will have loads of fun with it. Just obviously make sure that they're using it sensibly and not near their clothes or near their, you know, carpets or any kind of soft furnishings or anything like that, because that is when you get in trouble and it all becomes a problem. So, easy slime. Didn't take much. You could do it as cheaply as, what did I say? I said £1 for the glue. I think it's about £2 for the 4mm and about 80p for the bicarb. And obviously if you wanted to add some glue in. So I'd say, you know, for £4.50 you're going to be able to make massive, massive batches of it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. Do leave me any questions. I'll be really happy to try and help. And come back and watch us again. We've got loads of different slime tutorials on here. And as your children are enjoying it and wanting to try different things, tell them to come and join in with my girls. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.